Hey, what's up? We're back. Same conversation, different week. Let's discuss.
You are Locked On Cardinals, your daily Arizona Cardinals podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Well, hello, darkness, my old friend. Alex Clancy, Locked On Cardinals. Cardinals lose again. Is it weird that we should just start feeling numb at this point? Is it weird that you're kind of wishing they just get blown out? So it's not like, there's a teaching moment for that loss, but it's still a loss, and you're 2-5 going into the bye week. Should we wish that Jacoby Brissett just looked bad? Do we wish that the defense played well for 4 quarters? Do we wish that this team was coached competently more than it's not? The really troubling part about today, and I'm just going to get right into it. The really troubling part about today was going for it on 4th and 1 was the right play. Okay? It was the right play. It was the right move at that point. And then that was immediately followed up with the most out-of-touch play call if the coaches were paying attention to any part of the game. The biggest indicator that coaching is in over their head is even if they make the right call to go for it. You make the worst play call in the playbook. A drop punt would have been better. The interior pressure that the Green Bay Packers were punishing the Cardinals with the entirety of the game just got forgotten. It just got forgotten. So you run a QB sneak, and you don't have an offensive line. You don't have a tight end in the backfield. You have Bam Knight as the reinforcer to push and try to get 1 yard against the best defensive front the Cardinals have faced this year. That's the play call. And then on the flip side, 4th and 2, Jordan Love throws a beautiful ball to Tucker Kraft, get the first down, run the ball, score a touchdown, win the game. Calling a quarterback sneak there is a fireable offense. It was the right move to go for it. And that's all people are going to remember. You call a QB sneak against a defensive line that has been absolutely punishing the interior of the offensive line. I mean, Jonah Williams shouldn't play anymore this year. But when you're pushing up the gut and you've got Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons, and they have been absolutely annihilating the interior of the offensive line for the entirety of the game, and you run right into them? Come on, man. Come on, dude. That's the best shot. And it ruined what was actually a good game on both sides of the ball. The offensive line let the Cardinals down today. The defense was spotty, okay, but they kept the Cardinals in the game when the offense wasn't doing anything. They kept the Cardinals in the game. And then Jacoby Brissett fumbles, and the Packers come down and score. And then they go for it on 4th and 1, which they 100% should have done with 5 minutes left. They don't get it. Short field. Packers come down and score. 7 one-score games. 7. So you'll see on the overlay, if you're watching on YouTube, that I said this is the best showing yet. I think the Cardinals played better today, outside of the offensive line, than they did against Indy. Like, Jacoby Brissett looked good. The uncomfortable conversation, here's what's going to happen. I just got right into it. So excuse me. But welcome. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out right now. I'm going to be doing about 10 more minutes, and then immediately following this, we'll be doing the Cardinal Squad show. So literally in under 5 minutes after I end, we will be going live, and you can just transfer over there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Cardinals lose like 2-5 going into the bye week. I don't know what's going to happen. The uncomfortable conversation is going to begin on if Kyler Murray should be the starting quarterback for this team in week 9. That's not to say that anything's going to change and that when he's healthy, he will be. We'll talk about that in the next segment. Jacoby Brissett looked pretty good today, outside from the turnover. He looked pretty good. He's throwing guys open. Trey McBride had 9 catches. Marvin Harrison Jr. had a couple really big chunk plays. Like Marv looks comfortable. He looks comfortable. Trey McBride, 13 targets. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Marv had 6 targets, only 2 catches. A couple of them were completely out of bounds, and one he was penalized on. Jacoby Brissett, again, 25 or 36, 279 and 2 touchdowns. The defense held Jordan Love under 200 passing yards. Cardinals held the rush game under 100 yards. Like, the problem with like every single box score this year, if you took away the scores, I used to do this on Locked On Cardinals years ago. If you took away the scores, you would think the Cardinals are at worst 5-1 or 6-1. At worst 6-1. And then now 2-5, and everything's on the table. 2-5, and we're looking towards next year for this team already. 2-5, and I think, even though, and I'm seeing a lot in the chat that Kyler Murray is not the problem. Okay, I can stomach that he's not the problem. He's a problem because I don't like. Let me ask you this, and then I'm going to do a quick live read, and then we'll talk about the uncomfortable truth next. I've been a Kyler Murray person forever. A defender, it's a cliff thing. Kyler's better than half the quarterbacks in the league. I have been. And that may still very well be true. And also, if Kyler Murray was starting this game today fully healthy, the Cardinals would have scored half, if not less, of the points that they scored. Green Bay could have had 10 plus sacks. And that is it's not a fact because we haven't seen it. And all facts work. But there's no world they put up the points that they do if Kyler Murray was starting quarterback today. So if Kyler Murray was starting quarterback today and the interior pressure that he is in, it's impossible for him to handle interior pressure and be able to be a great quarterback. They were living in the backfield today. I've never seen Yalta Frolt and Will Hernandez get dominated like they did today. There is no world on this planet or another one where Kyler Murray would have been able to put the points up that Jacoby Brissett did because he doesn't deal with pressure from the interior. He just doesn't. So with that, uncomfortable conversations are going to have to begin. That doesn't mean anything is going to change. I'll discuss it next. This episode of Instant Reaction Week 7, which is like Week 6, which is like Week 5, which is like Week 4. It's the same damn thing. I can put it on repeat. Although this one is brought to you by Rippling. If you're a business owner, here's the truth. SaaS promised to make work easier, but now the average company is buried by hundreds of apps that slow down your teams and simply don't work together. That's not SaaS. That's SAT, software as a disservice. And that's why you need Rippling. Rippling is the unified platform for global HR, payroll, IT, and finance all in one place. They've helped millions of businesses replace a mess of disconnected tools with one system designed to give leaders clarity, speed, and control. Whether you want to run your entire HR, IT, and finance operations as one, or just fill the gaps in your software stack, Rippling can do it all. And right now, you can get 6 months free when you go to rippling.com/LockedOnNFL. Learn more at ippling.com/LockedOnNFL. That's rippling.com/LockedOnNFL for 6 months. Free. Terms and conditions apply. Cardinals lose 27-23. This is okay. Let's chill for a second. How the hell is Kyler Murray being blamed for this loss? Give me a break. His name shouldn't even come up. Okay, let's play a game. Let's play a game quickly. And James, this is not a direct attack at you, I promise. Like, I swear. Like, this is, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of this in the comments and stuff. Does the offense look better with Jacoby Brissett or Kyler Murray? Drop a 1 in the chat for Jacoby Brissett. Drop a 2 in the chat for Kyler Murray. Does this offense look better with Jacoby Brissett, 1, Kyler Murray, 2? And I've struggled with this, okay? Like, this isn't something where I'm like, I've never wanted to have this conversation. You're hoping that Kyler Murray is going to be the quarterback forever. It makes things easy. It makes things easy. You got your guy. They're on their 9th string running back. Their best corner is out. Like, this team is riddled. Like, you think they couldn't use Tip Ryman today? Do you think they couldn't use Tip Ryman today to chip on Micah Parsons instead of leaving Jonah Williams as a whirling dervish roundabout on the right side of the line? Jacoby Brissett took more hits. Like, it was inhumane how many hits Jacoby Brissett took. It's so, like, the amount of hits that Jacoby Brissett took, Kyler Murray can't take one of those hits in a game. It's not his fault. He's 6 inches shorter and weighs 30 less pounds. It really comes down to body makeup. That's what this is. And Jacoby Brissett can stick in the pocket, take hits, throw off defenders, and throw the ball down the field. 3rd and 23, 3rd and 15, just absolute missiles down the sideline. Okay, this was once against the Jets last year. Let's not cherry pick here. Kyler Murray is not a durable quarterback when he gets hit. Come on, let's be real, man. Let's be real. Jacoby Brissett was able to missile throws down the sideline on an obvious pass play when they're in prevent defense twice to extend drives. So this isn't like a Kyler shaming thing at all. I'm going to talk more about this on the full Locked On Cardinals tomorrow. It's like, it's not so much a Jacoby thing, because it's not a Jacoby Brissett thing. He'd be a starter somewhere else. Okay, like, you know, like we've had that conversation a bunch. But if Jacoby Brissett is making this offense look congruent and not offbeat, and Kyler Murray can't, this is Jacoby Brissett starting 2 games against 2 really good teams. This isn't Tennessee. This isn't Carolina. This isn't, New Orleans. And, they've looked good for like a couple quarters in all those games. Those are all bottom feeder teams. These are 2 legitimate deep run playoff teams. Indy looks incredible. Green Bay looks great. And Jacoby Brissett has kept this team. They've had leads late in these games. So it's very hard for me to think that Kyler Murray's a better option than the unknown if Jacoby Brissett can just roll in here with his old man strength and just do it. Just handle his bleep and keep the Cardinals in games. That is the uncomfortable conversation that's going to have to be had. And I know people are having it already. There's people that have been having it since he was drafted. Well, he didn't even say anything on the Dan Patrick show, and he looked weird. It's like, why is he a franchise quarterback? Oh, he plays video games. Like, who cares? I don't give a rip about any of that. I'm talking about between the lines. I'm not saying Jacoby Brissett is a better option than Kyler Murray. I'll probably never say that. But look through the lens of Kyler Murray hasn't been able to do what Jacoby Brissett has done 2 weeks in a row. That's just a fact. This year, this offense, these injuries. That's a fact. And I'll leave you with that because my brain is already melted. It melted a month ago, man. I don't know how I'm still upright right now. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Cardinals squad show in 7 minutes before 5 o'clock Arizona time. Same YouTube channel. I'll talk to you guys then. And then full breakdown. Hopefully when my brain has kind of reformed and not in melted state tomorrow. I'll talk to you then.